Hey everyone, welcome to another Punishing Great Raven skin story. So this one we're gonna have Bianca's story for her frame. Dang, I forgot what the frame is called. My goodness, so many frame titles, like it's hard for me to remember. Um, Wait, give me a second to look it up. Oh my goodness. Oh, for Bianca Crepuscule. So yeah, I would love to have this frame, but obviously you know I'm broke because I spent it on Rosetta. So yeah, um, but it's beautiful. Honestly, the intro to this, oh my god, the music, beautiful. I love it so much. I think this might be one of my favorite skins, like coatings I've seen so far in this game. Even though I'm easy to press, I think I love all the like coatings I have seen so far. But this is definitely one of my personal favorites. Like, look at her. She's so pretty. The sword, oh my goodness. Elegant, beautiful. Yeah. I might pull it at some point, maybe in the future when they do a rerun of this, but who knows when that is. So, but usually, for me, I obviously just save for new characters. And also for the Grey Raven, like, skins. If they ever, you know, get a new one. Like in the gacha coding pulling banner thing. But anyway, enough of that. So we're going to be doing Bianca's coding story. So it's called Behind the Curtain. I don't know how many parts are in this one. Sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 6, or 8. Just depending, you know. So let's go ahead and get started. Part 1, A Misty Prelude. Oh my god, this one, it's so beautiful. Okay, so it seems like okay. I love how it's voiced for the coding stories going forward. I love that. Okay, let's go ahead. An unnatural cold pervades the air, a ghostly mist that coils around her and seeps deep into the bones. Every breath is a sip of ice. In the suffocating silence, the soft dip of Bianca's oar is a stark counterpoint as the two drift into the abyss of an underground river. The lantern at the bow is a futile protest against the misty gloom, its light revealing only a few meters of dark water before being consumed by the swirling, watchful shadows of the fog. Maestro? I'm guessing it's like a... Oh, I don't even know what that means. Oh my goodness. Turning, she offers a gentle reassurance to the gray cloaked figure behind her, and is met with a soft smile. I don't even know what's going on in here. Through the shifting mist, the gray feather on that person's attire remains a beacon that steadies her heart. Aww. But then, the oar catches on an unseen force, refusing to budge. The boat swells, then stops completely. An eldritch of shadow seems to stir in the depths. It lurks now beneath the hull, a silent weight, watching them from the abyss. Okay? I wonder if this is like a play or just dreaming. Bianca raises a hand to stop the other from helping. Slowly, she lifts the lantern, its light piercing the dark water she scans the depths. The river, disturbed by their passage, grows still. The ripples fade until the surface is a perfect black mirror, reflecting her own face back at her. But the reflection is wrong. The face in the water wears a grotesque, whitening smile, one that's not her own. Terror dawns in Bianca's features, but the face below retains a serene and eerie smile. The eyes within the reflection holds the coldness more piercing than surrounding this one. Let me lower down the volume a little bit. There we go. This is no reflection. It is something else entirely. An entity of unknown origin staring back from the abyss. What? What do you mean? What place is this? Oh, sorry. A wave of pure confusion crashes over. The figure on the water wears her face, a second Bianca, and its gaze fills her with a deep, instinctual dread. She moves back, throwing a protective arm out to shield Grey Raven, but her hand feeds through in the air. The person is gone. Terror seizes her heart. What? What happened to me? No response. Her voice is followed by the hungry fog, leaving not even an echo behind. The mist itself seems to awaken, thickening into phantom tentacles that coil around her neck with a chilling solidity. Each breath becomes a desperate, rugged fight. But a new fear eclipses her own suffocation. What unseen force might be befalling that person in this impenetrable gloom? The white world behind her eyes begins to bleed into a suffocating black, a heavy curtain falling over her vision. It smothers her thoughts, her panics, her very consciousness, until there's nothing left but an absolute and final silence. What? I'm so confused on what's going on.
Bianca,
oh, so it was a play? Wait, it's a play? A voice pierces the heavy shroud of sleep, slowly pulling Bianca back to consciousness. Urgent and persistent, it coaxes her eyes to open. Oh, it's a dream. Never mind then. Okay, shut up. Second god. A dull, throbbing wound behind her eyes as her vision zooms into focus, revealing the concerned face of a middle-aged woman. Her foggy mind begins to clear as reality solidifies. She is swept and gets a pile of props backstage, the muffled music from the performance filtering through the heavy curtain. The theater director looks down at her, a faint line of worry etched between her brows. Oh, it's okay, so... Dream Man play? Fragments of memory reconnect with reality, gradually erasing the eerie mist that haunted her nightmare. Rubbing her temples, Bianca realizes she has merely dozed off in a quiet corner during a rehearsal break. On the other side of the curtain, the world carries on without her. She looks down at the book she still clutched in her hand. Its corner damp with sweat. How long has that nightmare held her? The director gently pries the book from her grasp. Her eyes fall on the author's name on the cover, Grey Raven, and she releases a soft, knowing sigh. Wow! My name is on a book? Okay, so this must be a dream. Wait, what? I would? Bianca pushes herself to her feet, her hands automatically smoothing the wrinkles from her costume before she dips into polite curtsy for the director. Okay, sorry, I need to close my window. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness, it's cold. Sorry, I'm like freezing IRL right now. Okay. The director doesn't acknowledge her promise. Instead, she simply takes Bianca's hand with a firm gentleness and guides her down to sit beside her.
そしてあの人の新作でどうしても主役をやりたい気持ちも十分に分かってるわ。あなたの実力ならヒロインに選ばれるのは当然。でもあなた少しのめり込みすぎよ。あなたの作品への愛情が今やあなた自身を蝕もうとしているわ。他の役者たちは演じるだけ。 でもあなたはいつも完全にその人物になりきってしまう。そんな状態が続けば誰だっておかしくなるわ。
The director's words were silken threads, tugging at the seams of Bianca's mind and pulling her back into the recent past. Suddenly, she is standing once more in the blinding spotlight of that day. The day of her debut as a leading lady. The moment the Duchess of Night glided onto the stage, she commanded the room, holding every gaze captive. Bianca had worn the role like a second skin. This Duchess was a tyrant, one who used her immense power to sacrifice innocent villagers. Eventually, her own spiraling magic destined her to fall by the hero's sword. But as the final echo of the massacre scream faded, a foreign presence flooded Bianca's mind. It was a visceral, psychic scalpel, carving away at her sanity. Her memory began to rupture, gaps spreading like dark fissures across a pane of ice. The daze was momentary, yet when it broke, time had become unmoored. She had been trapped in a waking dream, brief and absolute. Oh, it did say it was a dream. Okay, well, I was right. Illusion, the play was shattered. Bianca stood utterly frozen at the heart of this stage, a silent, dissonant chord struck in the midst of the symphony. Oh my god, she's so pretty! A murmur of confusion rippled through the audience. From the wings, her colleague, the hero, watched her with an expression of uncertainty and silent inquiry, unsure when to enter. The pause had stretched too long, a tear in the fabric of the play. The only path forward was cemented with improvisation, to let the story continue in a new, unscripted shape. With a face of carved marble, Bianca met her colleague's gaze and gave a nearly imperceptible nod that said she had this. In a heartbeat, she drew the mantle of the Duchess back around her. Okay, that background is beautiful. Oh my goodness. That's just sad. The spotlight isolated Bianca within the ruined castle hall, a single figure embodying the Duchess of Night's profound despair and spiral. Here, the Duchess lamented over her helpless fate, and crushing solitude was no longer an act. Bianca dissolved into the role, her very soul merging with the tragic noblewoman. From her, countless invisible threads of enchantment seemed to emanate, weaving a spell that captivated the gaze and stilled the breath of every person in the audience. The Duchess raised her arms high, lifting an invisible blade, her eyes holding one last, fleeting glimpse of relief longing. With a final, tragic grace, the unseen weapon was plunged into her chest, her elegantly dressed and crumpled, collapsing into the haunting final image seared beneath the spotlight. Oh! Was not expecting that. Oh my goodness. Simultaneously, thunderous applause erupted, roaring through the theater until the stage curtain swept shut. But Bianca never saw the figure dressed in grey who had been watching her, silent and still, from the shadows of the audience. As the roar of the crowd persisted beyond the curtain, straining in her fallen pose, her castmates rushed to her side, their faces beaming with joy. Oh my goodness. Bianca barely found her feet when an alien, who played the hero, rushed forward to embrace her. But Bianca remained distant in Alien's arms, failing to return the enthusiasm as usual. She was still adrift in the emotional undertow of the character she had just portrayed.
私の求める暗き川はどこに？
Hmm?
先輩、もう舞台は終わりましたよ。大丈夫ですか？
Her colleague shook Bianca's arm. Her voice laced with worry. Bianca's distant expression finally flickered, the last traces of the dream dissolving as she drifted back to the present.
そう、もう終わったのですね。何事もなく済んでよかった。皆さんにご迷惑をおかけしました。申し訳ありません。びっくりしましたよ。さっきの先輩、本当にアンヤの著作に取りつかれたのかと思っちゃいました。大丈夫です。少しぼんやりしてしまっただけで。
After giving Ilian's shoulder a reassuring pat, Bianca headed backstage and immediately locked eyes with theater director, whose expression was etched with concern. She had witnessed the entire exchange.
先ほどのアクシデントは全て私の責任です。皆さんにご迷惑をおかけしてしまい、本当に申し訳ありません。
Bianca offered the director a deep bow.
あなたを責めるつもりはないわ。むしろあなたは誰も想像だにしなかったことをやってのけた。ただね、あなたのさっきの様子があまりにも役に入り込みすぎているように思えて少し心配になったの。
Bianca finally surfaces from her thoughts to find the director still beside her, her hand cradling Bianca's with a maternal tenderness. The concern in the woman's eyes is a perfect mirror to that day.
私の謝罪にはもはや意味がないことは承知していますので、行動で示してまいります。明日のオーディションには最高の状態で臨みます。
わかったわ。なら今日はもう帰って休みなさい。もっと自分を大切にしてね。
The director's expression deepens with concern. She seems on the verge of speaking, then hesitates. Instead, he simply returns the book by Grey Ribbon to Bianca, giving the back of her hand a gentle pat, a gesture that conveys more than any word could. Bianca offers a final bow before turning to leave, never noticing the director's worried gaze, which follows her until she disappears from view.
私はただ心配なだけよ。あなたがあまりにも役に入り込みすぎて、そのうち役に支配されてしまうんじゃないかって。まるで二度と外さない仮面をつけるかのように。
Oh my goodness, sorry. After one moment, the director finally looks away, releasing a soft, weary sigh. Perhaps such words are misplaced. What Bianca needs now is not intervention, but patience and time. I wonder if Bianca fell asleep in, I don't know, maybe she fell asleep while watching from a play or something? The soft sound of the lock engaging, and the noise of the outside world falls away. Bianca lets out a gentle sigh of relief. Noticing she's still holding Grey Raven's book, she walks to the bookshelf and carefully returns it to its place. Taking a step back, she stands in quiet contemplation of the scene before her. Each volume is meticulously arranged, slightly worn spine a testament to countless nights of devoted reading, and on every single one, the same name appears as the author, Grey Raven. Though the enigmatic writer has never made a public appearance, the stories flowing from that pen have been impossible to overlook in literary circles. They unfold in a future scarred by conflict, where an unknown virus has triggered a catastrophic collapse. In that fractured world, humanity bands together to resist, giving rise to countless tales of heroic sacrifice, interwoven with moments of fragile, unexpected warmth. I really think she's just dreaming, like maybe she read something about, that stuff, or the stuff that she's currently in right now. Or she watched a play. That's just what I'm guessing. Oh, me! At the heart of these narratives stands the fearless Grey Raven commandant, who confronts each new crisis with boundless courage and wisdom. Though Bianca herself has never known war or true disaster, she feels an inexplicable, almost innate sense of familiarity and affection for the world woven by Grey Ribbon's words.
私の夢に現れる人はあなたなのでしょうか。ずっとあなたを探していた気がします。ずっと前から知っているような気もするのですが、でも何も思い出せません。明日ようやくあなたに会えるのですね、グレイレイブン殿。この日をどれほど待ち望んできたことでしょう。
Her fingers gently trace the name Grey Ribbon on a book's spine. Early the next morning, Bianca hurries to the theater, eager for today's play selection. But before she can reach the backstage area, a figure clad in grey materializes before her. The person's face is poorly concealed behind a mask. Without warning, they begin to recite lines at her with dramatic passion.
ここで私を待ち続ける愛しい君を、遠く離れていても風が運ぶ君の気配を感じていた。
For a second, that was me, but no, it's someone else. Okay, and I guess yeah, from the art, like goodness, there's no mask, so eh.
長き待ちぼうけにその身は痩せ細ったというのに、その胸に宿る熱き心はなおも黄金のように輝いている。ついに愛しい君のもとへと戻ってこられた。あれ、次のセリフなんだっけ。
Oh, that's her calling. The great cloaked figure finally breaks character. A giggle escapes from behind the mask before an alien whips it away, revealing her familiar face.
雰囲気ぶち壊し。なんで大事なところでセリフ飛ばしちゃったんだろう。
Oh my goodness, sorry.
先輩もちょっと合わせてくれてもよかったのに。先輩が大好きなグレイレイブンですよ。
Bianca simply brushes the hair from an alien's forehead. Her smile is gentle as she takes in the girl's post-performance disarray.
あなたの悪ふざけだとすぐにわかりました。でも演技は悪くありませんでしたよ。この後のオーディションも今の着替えで臨んでください。先輩ってばまたそんな真面目腐っちゃって。今日のためにいっぱい準備したんだから大丈夫ですって。
Alien puts away her gray raven costume, an impish smile playing across her face.
で、先輩、今日は恋焦がれてきたグレイレイブンとご対面の日ですね。昨日の夜はドキドキして眠れなかったんじゃないですか。恋焦がれてきただなんて、そんな不謹慎な言葉を使わないでください。私は。はいはい、分かってますって。でも劇団のみんなが知ってますよ。先輩がグレイレイブンの大ファンだって。
Ha! Aw, thanks, Bianca.
あの人の作品は全部誰よりも早く手に入れて、稽古の合間でもあの人の本を読んで、それでもはや運命の恋人なんてね。
Oh my goodness. Well, she did meet me. I think she just forgot.
また変なことを。
Bianca's left momentarily speechless. The chest is forward, yet it resonates with a quiet truth in her heart. In lieu of reply, she answers with a soft smile and takes Alien's hand, walking into the theater, where the rest of the cast is already gathered. Facing a circle of expectant faces, the director neatly aligns his selection envelopes in her hands and holds still a call to order.
オーディションの詳細は先日もう説明しましたね。今日はみんなの夢を叶えるチャンスとなる日です。公平を期すため演目はすべて匿名の劇作家によって提供されます。皆さんは自分の心に従って自由に選んでください。もし選んだ演目がその作家の心に響けば、その新作の主演として選ばれる幸運の持ち主となるはずです。さあ前へ、演目を選んで。今日 という日が皆さんの夢の第一歩となりますように。我が子よ。
The actors flock around the director like a murmuration of starlings. Their movements a flurry of eager anticipation. They pluck envelopes from the table. Their voices a rising chatter of excitement as they debate their potential choices with their companions. Soon, the flurry subsides. After several rounds, each actor has made their choice. They scatter like weeds to the dressing rooms. The rustle of costumes and the quickening pace of twisted steps signaling the shift into anxious preparation backstage. The room, so easily abuzz with life, falls into a hollow silence. Only Bianca remains. A single, forgotten envelope lights on the table. It's been opened, inspected, and discarded by every other hand. Its contents deemed worthless. A single, blank sheet of paper.
あら、白紙が混ざっていたの？スタッフの手違いかしら。
But Bianca's fingertips drift over the envelope, finding not emptiness, but a subtle embossed pattern of a feather. A slow, knowing smile graces her lips as she presses the paper to her heart, claiming what the others had failed to see.
いいえ、ここには立派な演目が書かれています。私は出題者の思いを確かに受け取りました。
One by one, the one-act plays conclude. Playwrights in the audience respond with more than applause, already extending offers to the actors who brought their words to life. The theater gradually ends as the excitement spills outside, where actors and creators mingle, exchanging congratulations and posing for photographs. Amid the exodus, a single figure remains. The playwright is dressed in gray, sitting in patient solitude, waiting for the leading lady who belongs to them. Oh, okay. Backstage, Bianca stands in silence. Her fingertips trace the delicate feather pattern embossed in the paper in her hands. A tender smile graces her lips as she presses it close to her heart. Finally, the curtains part once more. The spotlight blooms, illuminating the stage as the leading lady, resplendent in her costume, ascends to take her place. Through the glare of the lights, Bianca can barely make out the face of the waiting figure, but her gaze is drawn to the great feather emblem adorning their attire, and a sudden, profound familiarity strikes her. It is an emblem that has been woven throughout all of Grey Raven's works, a subtle signature, a secret known only to the most devoted readers.
ようやくお会いできましたね。グレイレイブン殿。
Your gaze walks on the silhouette center stage, a sense of familiarity stirs once more in your heart. I know you, Bianca. I watched your performance. Your portrayal of the Duchess of the Night was unforgettable. Or maybe something happened with Bianca where it causes us to do like a deep mind connection with her. That's just fun and guessing. Like one those 3 guesses. I don't know. Well, yeah, 2 guesses. Okay. But I don't believe we're past the cross in person until now.
ええ、実際にお会いしたことはありません。でも、私たちはすでに出会っていたとも言えるのかもしれません。あなたはいつもグレイ・レイブンと作品に署名し、そして物語にその名を宿してこられた。あなたが公に姿を見せたことはなく、今日もまた名乗らなかったとしても、どうか無礼をお許しください。もし神秘的な存在であり続けたいのならば、グレイレイブンの印を公務無造作にさらすのは少々不用意ではないでしょうか。白紙の題目、まとう衣服の文様、どちらもあなたが自らを示した自己紹介に他なりません。
Well...
きっとこれもあなたのテストの一部なのでしょう。
You break into a knowing smile. And you were the only one who understood the invitation. I had no interest in prescribing themes that will only place chains upon the performer. I only wished to witness a truly free and unique soul upon the stage. So, what other revelations do we have for me? Bianca bows her head for a long moment. When she lifts her chin, the girlish clarity is gone from her eyes, replaced by a woman's knowing, beguiling gaze.
では、あの日、 私たちが初めて出会ったあの姿でもう一度あなたのもとへ参りましょう。
Ooh, pretty. Under soft whisper, the Duchess of Night returns, her form weaving a tale inescapable of fate and profound solitude. Like a soul borrowed from another destiny, she materializes within the silent, magnificent darkness. She descends from the stage, drawing near you, seated in an audience. The longing in her eyes is a silent testament to the Duchess yearning for her beloved who waits by the river Styx.
愛しい人よ、あなたは幾千年の時を超えて暗き川の岸辺でずっと私を待っていたのね。
The light in Bianca's eyes have completely changed from moments before. As her face draws nearer to yours, a silent, magnetic pull seems to emanate from her, making resistance feel unthinkable. Oh! Oh, okay, we're starting already? Okay.
おーい、大先生。外でみんなが記念撮影をしたいって。
Oh no, go away! Suddenly, a young man pushes the theater door open, his voice slicing through the subdued atmosphere as he leans inside.
と、これは失礼。バッドタイミングだったかな。出ていくべきか、それとも君たちが。
Oh my god! Oh yeah, I need a few more, go away! Well, actually, don't come back at all.
3秒待っても返事がない。君のその表情から察するに、外で待つが正解のようだね。
What the heck?
またしても君の表情が変わった。右眉が2ミリメートル上がり、口角の動きから察するに、こいつ鬱陶しいなと思っているようだね。
Sensing no verbal response from you, Witter turns to Bianca, continuing his eager analysis.
お嬢さん、君の演技はとても素晴らしい。二人の距離と反応を見る限り、恋人を演じれば最高のカップルになれる。
Can you stop playing the detective from your own books for once? You clear your throat, a feeble attempt to hide your embarrassment, and rise to extend a hand toward Bianca. My apologies for the interruption to your scene. If you don't mind, shall we go take that photo first? She doesn't accept it. Instead, she stands with her back to the dim glow of the stage, her face an unreadable mask in the shadows.
私の姿は日の光に照らされるよりも影の中の方が似つかわしいでしょう。
Oh, come on, you can't be both? Then, weaving only those enigmatic words hanging in the air between you, her silhouette melts into the waiting darkness. A peculiar unease settles in your chest. You sense it then, a shadow that had clung to her from the very start. But as you draw a breath to call her back, the other playwright's voice cuts through your thoughts again.
君の選択は正しい。彼女こそ君の新作のヒロインだ。適合率は間違いなく 100% だろう。
What kind of mind-reading trick is this now?
推理だよ。私が書いたすべての探偵小説に誓って断言しよう。君の彼女を見つめる眼差し、それが彼女が君の運命のヒロインであることを如実に物語っている。
Funny, so he's an author and then also he helps us? Like, is he like an agent or something?
とはいえ、ここへ足を踏み入れた時からどうにも妙な気配が。
Before he can finish, a strange, metallic groan echoes from the dark dome above. Your conversation cuts off as you both instinctively look up. Okay, that's just creepy. Before your eyes can adjust to the gloom, a swift, heavy pressure descends, like an invisible beast lunging straight for you. Watch out! The theater seats are packed tightly, offering no escape. In that split second, the oppressive force materializes with a violent rush of air. You shuffle her backward with all your strength. You stumble into the seats behind you, and you use the momentum to throw yourself sideways. What? What just happened? A deafening crash rips through the theater, the concussion dropping in your eardrums. A hail of sharp shards whips past, grazing the air where you stood. The culprit behind this attack turns out to be an enormous crystal chandelier, now a wreck of glittering fragments and twisted metal. Where it fell, the seats are utterly demolished. For a frozen moment, there was only the settling dust and the ringing in your ears. Then the theater staff burst in, the frantic footsteps holding as they take in the scene of devastation. A moment too late, and you would have been part of the wreckage.
これはお怪我はありませんか？申し訳ございません。どうかお二人ともすぐにご退出ください。あとは我々が処理しますので。
What's going on? Dang, this first part, I didn't expect it to be very long. After leaving the theater, you wander the streets, but the memory of the falling chandelier holds you in a tight grip. You haven't confessed the true reason for your unease. In a split second before the crash, you heard something. A whispered ghostly laughter, faint and cold, threading through the darkness. After a moment of contemplation, you turn and retrace your steps to the theater. The building now stands in hushed silence. Its daytime clamor gone, the chandelier has already been repaired, hoisted back to its majestic position. The only evidence of the chaos is a few stray crystal fragments glittering like forgotten tears on the floor. You sink into the same seat you occupied earlier, your gaze sweeping across the empty rows. It must either be your imagination, and yet you can still hear it. The echo of that phantom laughter seems to linger in the still air. But instead of fear, a profound calm settles over you. You pull out your unfinished script, and the words begin to flow. Today's terror has begun to twist and muse, giving the story you thought was finished an entirely new direction. Working in the shadows, mockingly, a mere guessing your domain. So, are you the phantom of the theater? Not a bad concept. So many interesting paths this could take. If you're real, why not show yourself, phantom? Your pen has barely traced its way down half the page when a whisper of footsteps sounds behind you. You don't turn. And the scratch of your knit continued its steady rhythm as a deliberate answer. Well, that's just creepy. The voice that called out to you earlier finds its way to your ears again. You watch as she descends the theater steps, her silent, deliberate figure holding just a few paces away. Bianca?
自らを孤独という檻に閉じ込める必要はありません。ファントムの登場を待つ必要もありません。あなたが本当に待つべきなのはこの私、あなたのヒロインです。
Have you been waiting here for me? She offers no answer. Instead, a single fingertip presses gently against her lips. A silent, definitive end to your questions. Oh, I was not expecting that. The cloak in shadow, Bianca's face holds a confidence unseen in the daylight as a subtle smile graces her lips. With a touch that is both tender and amusing, she takes the unfinished script from your hands. Then, she places her own fingers in your palm. What? Holding her hand in the what? Wait, what are we doing? Without a word, she wastes you onto the vast, empty stage. Her hand rests on your shoulders as she draws you near until the road narrows to the space between you. I was worried about you today. Oh my god. Wow, I was not expecting. Okay. Noticing your reluctance to join her dance, she softens her voice even more. Oh my god. The empty theater is shrouded in the biggest shadows. Bianca stands so close her breath goes to your skin, yet her face remains a mystery, obscured by the darkness. The memory surfaces. That strange, unexplained interruption that abruptly ended your time together earlier today. You seem remarkably different tonight than you were during that day. She moves even closer, narrowing the distance between you. Oh my god!
あなたに求めるのはただ一つ。ヒロインと共に踊ること。ファントムの物語を続けましょう。今宵限りの物語に登場するのはあなたと私の二人だけ。
I'm sorry, why do she's giving me yonder vibes? Oh my goodness. Okay, I didn't expect that part to be very long. Oh my goodness. I feel like each part may be the same amount, that we'll see.